So you want to know who's going to win the AFC East, right? Don't worry, I got you. Team by team breakdown coming up, and I'll have my rankings at the end. My fellow Pat fans, I've been trying to avoid hitting the panic button, but guys, we're in Bill we trust, in Bill we trust. Beloved, come close, come real close. Post Brady, Bill is 79-87. And Mac's rookie year, the year we made the playoffs, only to get bent over by the Bills in our first game. Go back and look at that schedule, specifically the 10 wins, and tell me what you find. Now look at this year's. There's a strong chance we start off 0-4, and then all of y'all are gonna join me in my panic. The days of Belichick taking an undermanned roster to the playoffs are long gone. My only realistic hope for this season is that Mac shows us that last year was the coaching staff's fault, and our young secondary takes another step forward. Other than that, I'm gonna be watching our 6 Super Bowl wins and think about the good old days. How do you even evaluate this Dolphins team? On paper, this team could challenge for the 1 seed in the AFC. Or their season could be over by halftime of game 1 because their quarterback is one bad hit away from his brain being Kahlua pork. Obviously, we never root for injuries on this side, and for the sake of this video and all the other videos, I'm assuming we get 17 games out of Tua, who has the fastest receiver duo in the league, in the second year of Mike McDaniel's system that had him looking like an MVP candidate. That's pretty good. A sneaky underrated defense that will have Jalen Ramsey back. The latest I've heard is December, so we're gonna go with that. And they have Vic Fangio at the helm now. For those unfamiliar with his work, early 2010s 49ers, mid 2010 Chicago Bears, just to name a few. If this team could fix their running game even a little bit, which is weird because McDaniel was the run game coordinator in San Fran, but I digress. A fully healthy season for this team can end up in Vegas in February. Let's call a spade a spade. Aaron Rodgers isn't the same quarterback from those MVP seasons. It is what it is. He'll be 40 by the end of this season. And look, not everybody can beat Tom Brady. The good news is, though, he doesn't have to be. The Jets were 2 or 3 wins away from a playoff spot last year with legitimately the worst quarterback play in the league. All he has to do is not suck and then get a wild card spot. And in the event that he is MVP level, they could win this division and maybe even a Super Bowl. His defense was ranked 4th last year, with their offense doing them absolutely no favors. In fact, they were putting him in the worst positions possible. And now they're in the 3rd year of the solid system. Jets fans are really hyped for this season, and they should be. They have a shot. If you had to write a script for a disappointing Bills season, how would it start? It would start with a home playoff ass kicking in the past season, followed by your 2 most important players beefing, no major improvements to the roster, paired with everybody else in your division improving, some more than others, and being in a stacked conference. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2023 to 2024 Buffalo Bills. If I'm a Bills fan, I'm incredibly nervous that maybe we can end up like the Harden Rockets of the NFL, repeatedly running into a dominant team until ultimately it all falls apart. It feels a little early to say that, but historically speaking, seasons like this only end one of 2 ways. Josh Allen has a superhuman season and none of this matters. He wins MVP and pulls his team through, or they go 9-8 and the head coach gets fired a week after the Super Bowl. So with all that said, last place, sadly, give me the New England Patriots. At number 3, the Miami Dolphins. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to go out of frame. So number 1, New York Jets. Cool? Cool. Best of luck to everybody.